Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Johnna, and whether you're here morning, noon, or night, land or sea, I have some exciting news to talk about. I want to talk about people that gamble for free casino offers and how that works. I have a video where I showed that I earned a interior cabin, which was the lowest that you could get for a room, is the interior and $100 in free play, and I earned 3,000 points. I had a budget of $100 a day, and that's 700 for my 7 nights. And I didn't gamble every night. Some nights I gambled more, and some nights I didn't gamble at all. But my budget was $700. And in that, I got well over 3,000 points, and I did earn an interior cabin and $100 in free play. Now, to my surprise, that was for 16 nights, up to 16 nights. I could book a 7 night cruise or a 10 night cruise or a 3 night cruise, but I did choose the max at 16, and I have a cruise booked to go to Hawaii and around the islands, and then to Ensenada, and then back to LA. So I'm really excited, and that's in the fall. But the other day, I actually received some more offers from Princess, and I want to share them with you because these were all driven by that one time on the cruise. Now, I'm expecting I'll probably get things in the mail. Make sure you go into the website and sign up and make sure you have your availability for receiving emails and receiving snail mail, and your address is right. My address for some reason was wrong, so I had to change it. So hopefully I won't get overlooked on the mailings, but I did get an email and it was very exciting. 14-day, a 13-day, and a 15-day, and they're all going over to Europe. And it's unbelievable. And I'm going to tell you about it in just a minute. You're not going to believe it. It's basically free. Okay. But I mean, even the port fees and everything. And I'll get into it. But before I do, I want to tell you another thing that a lot of people don't think of that's very exciting when you have these free cruises. My original first free cruise from my local casino, and I went to the Mexican Riviera. And on that, I earned what I am now getting from Princess. I actually still have another one from my local casino that I can book, and I can book it. I had until I think April to take it, and I have about another 2 weeks to decide if I'm even going to take it. So let me tell you some of the pluses that you get when you get these comps. It's not just you get the one comp. You get multiple comps. You'll continue to get marketing from Princess because they like casino players. So if you are a casino player, you can cash in. I'm going to put up a chart, and it depends on the length of your cruise. So if you cruise up to 7 days, you have to earn a certain amount of points. If you cruise, I think 8 to 10 days or something like that, you have another amount, and then over there is another higher amount. So I try to get my offers on the lower amount. Of course, that's smart. I don't need to get as many points, and I don't need to spend every single night in the casino. I enjoy the trip. I usually spend a couple nights and spend my budget and hopefully hit my points. So there's a couple things that you have to understand when you do this. Say you had a back-to-back cruise. Say you went 7 days to the Mexican Riviera and then you booked a back-to-back for another 7 days. You're going to want to do the majority of your gambling on that last 7 days because they're going to void each other out. So if you gamble on the first one and you get your 3,000 points, and then you gamble on the second one and you only get 500 points, you voided out your 3,000 points. It's your last time in the casino to your points. So you cannot go in the casino or go just a little bit on the first cruise and do the majority of your gambling on the second cruise, get your points on that second cruise, and that's what you're going to earn. I hope that makes sense. Another thing is there are a lot of solo travelers. And if you are a solo traveler, you really can maximize this for your benefit. Because as a solo traveler, when you, or you can be going with someone too, it doesn't matter, because when you win the cruise, you win it for two, okay? It's two cruises or two people, one cabin, and if you bring someone with you, they benefit because they just have to pay port fees and taxes. Also, now, as far as the free play, it usually only goes to the person who earned the cruise, not to the guest in the room. But the really exciting thing is, because I'm a solo cruiser, that really benefits me is I don't have to have anyone with me. I still can get that room for port fees and taxes. I don't have to worry about the other money. I don't have to worry about the other fare. I get to travel for port fees and taxes and my $200 deposit, which will be given back to me on onboard credit when I get on the ship. I'll also get, on this last offer I got, I will also get my $100 in free play. So now I'm getting $100 in free play. My cruise was, I think, $310 and then $200. So I paid $510. I get $200 back, so now the cost to me is $300, but I'm also getting $100 in free play, so that brings my cost down to $210 is what it's costing me to go on the cruise. Base fare. No extras, no drink package, no excursions, nothing like that. Just my base fare, which is fine. I can add on anything I want or just go without adding on. Now, the $100 in free play, you say, yeah, but that's, you're going to spend that in free play. Yeah, but remember, I budgeted $100 a day, which on a 16-day, I won't really budget that much because I'm not going to spend almost $2,000 in the casino. But I'm going to spend something in the casino anyway, and I may win. Last time I went, I won a major jackpot. So you never know. But anyway, I am going to spend some in the casino. So for me, I do count that as money coming back to me because it's money I would have spent out of my own pocket. But here's the exciting thing. I don't have to pay a single occupancy supplement, which sometimes you have to pay for both people in the room if you're going to cruise alone, or you have to pay part of it. So I don't have to pay for that. I get the cruise. And if I want someone to go with me, they can. And they're going to get the same deal as me, port fees and taxes. So what a great deal is that? Now, if you earn the balcony or the interior or a suite, it's the same. You can bring someone with you. They pay port fees and taxes. They get the benefit of staying in that room and going on that cruise for such a fantastic price because everyone's paying port fees and taxes. So if you pay for the cruise, you're paying port fees and taxes. If you win the cruise, you're paying port fees and taxes. So you're getting a discount. On the Hawaiian cruise, it would have been around $3,200, and the prices vary depending on when you see it or what the availability is. But it was around $3,200 for both people. Now, I'm only going alone, but if I was going to book that without the offer, I still would have a supplement that I'd have to pay probably for both people in the room, even if I traveled alone. One person traveling, you pay port fees and taxes and a $200 deposit. Two people traveling, you each pay port fees and taxes and a $200 deposit, which is refundable on board. And like I said, I get $100 of free play. And if someone goes with me, they don't get that. They just get the journey for port fees and taxes, which is pretty good. So on the Captain Circle, which I'll post here on the Captain Circle, that it counts as two cruises. So even though I only went on one cruise to the Mexican Riviera, I got credited for two cruises. I only got credited for 7 days, but I did get credited for two cruises. Once I hit 5 cruises, I go to platinum, I think. Well, anyway, I'll show you the chart. And it doesn't take as long to get to Elite because every time I go on a casino offer, I'm getting credit for 2 cruises, not one. So when I go to Hawaii, I'll have 2 more. That's 4. Every time I take a complimentary cruise, I get credit for 2 cruises. I think that's awesome. Okay, so okay. So this offer is for 13 days and it is a Western European passage from Fort Lauderdale to Southampton, England. Now, this is a repositioning cruise, but it is well below the price that you would pay for that. And I'm going to explain to you how it is here. So you have 3 ports. It's 13 days. You're going to leave Florida. You're going to go to Portugal, Spain, and France. Then you're going to go to England. You are going to fly home from England. So you have to get to Fort Lauderdale if that's not your home port, and you fly home from England. So it's like any repositioning, or you can try to find a cruise over there while you're there, or whatever, stay in England and visit for a while, whatever your um, fancy is. But the cruise is 13 days, Fort Lauderdale to England. Now you have 3 ports, and it is an interior from $330. That includes your port fees and taxes. Let me explain what else it includes. It includes your $200 deposit. So you're actually only having to pay $150 or $130, and then your $200 you're going to get back. But it also says that you're going to get $200 in free play. So at that point, that would be $400, meaning you're actually going to have a positive of $70 because you've only paid $330. You get 200 back onboard credit, and I believe you get another 200 in free play. Regardless, you're either going to be to the positive by $70 or the negative by 130. You're getting a 13-day cruise, and this is on the Regal Princess in April. Now the next one is a 14-day cruise. Same price, $330, port fees and taxes. It's going from Fort Lauderdale, Florida to Spain, and you have 3 ports in Spain: Santa Cruz, Cantiggia, and Barcelona. And that is on the Sun Princess. Now, if you've priced any cruises on the Sun or the Star Princess, you know they're high. You know they cost sometimes double what other cruises cost. So this is a casino event, and yeah, so 2 people, and actually it says here 3rd and 4th guests go free, but the casino event says that they're giving you 200 in free play, and then you do get 200 onboard credit from your deposit, because when you look at, and I don't know if I have it here. Oh, here's one. Okay, this is a different one, but here you can see it's $410, and 210 is port fees and taxes, and 200 is your deposit, which you get onboard credit. And like I said, the casino offer is stating that they give you $200 in casino free play. So on this one, that's $400 coming back to you, and that would be $10. And here is that vacation. It's unbelievable. It's a 15-day Western Mediterranean passage from Fort Lauderdale to Rome, Italy. And this is the one I'm really considering. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do any of these, but you go from Fort Lauderdale to the Bermuda, then you go to Portugal, then you go to Spain, then you go to France, then you end up in Italy. OMG. And this is on the Enchanted Princess, which is one of their newest ships. It is not the newest Star or Sun, but I think this one launched in 2022, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, these are fabulous trips, and these all came through from my casino offer. And this is just the start. So let me show you here. After your first cruise, you become Ruby. And then after 3 cruises, which after I go to Hawaii, I will have 4 because I have 2 from the Mexican Riviera and 2 from Hawaii because I get credit for both people, myself and a guest, whether they go or not. And I will be platinum. Or no, I'll be 1 away from platinum. And then elite. So it doesn't take much to get to elite. 7, 8 cruises and you're elite. And elite has tons of benefits, and I'll post those here on your benefits. I know you get free laundry, free early embarkation, I think. There's a ton of stuff. Discounts on everything. I think you get 50% off on your Wi-Fi. So anyway, they're all wonderful things to look into. I'm not there. I'm not close to there right now, but it won't take that long. I'm pretty low budget, you know. I don't spend that much in the casino. I know a lot of people think, well, yeah, you know, you're in the casino, you spend all kinds of money. I really don't spend that much. I'm pretty, you know, I do minimum bet or maybe 2 times. I It's my entertainment. I don't drink. I don't buy specialty dining. I mean, those aren't things I really want to do. I'm getting great dining already, in my opinion, on Princess. You know, you get the 3-course, 4-course meals as it is. And a lot of times excursions aren't really something I want to do because that to me is a lot of money unless it's something that I really have a bucket list for. For me, I like to go into the port and check out the town and, you know, just go to the local downtown area and check it out. And, you know, it's kind of like, do I need to go to Disneyland? No, but I do want to see the area. So I do visit the ports, but I don't spend a lot of money on excursions, and I don't spend money drinking at all because I don't drink, and specialty dining. And I've learned that Wi-Fi is not my friend. This is just such a way for me to unplug from Wi-Fi. And like I said, when I go in port, I do have my phone and I'm connected. It's not like and really, if you want it, you can buy it for 1 day and use it for 24 hours and have your fun with it. But I want to enjoy what's on the ship and what's in the ports. So I don't care if I miss out on the Wi-Fi. And it's really good to unplug and not be attached to, you know, this all the time. And so, um, yeah, spend things on what you want. But anyway, I just really wanted to show you these trips. I thought they were so exciting. As I get more offers from Princess, I'll bring it to you. Now remember, this is one time that I went to the casino. That's it. And as long as my offers are at that level, now if I go to Hawaii and I drop my points down, I'm not going to be able to redeem, you know, the offers are going to dry up or they're going to become, you know, maybe a little free play or a little this or a little that, nothing that exciting unless you keep it up. So you want to book any offers that you have before you go on a long cruise and decide not to do a lot of gambling. But all you have to do is have one time where you get that see you soon offer and the things will start rolling in. Don't forget, another option you have is going to UR and I still get offers for them all the time. I haven't used any. I get MSC, balcony, and sometimes ocean view or interior, but I get MSC, I get Margaritaville, I get Royal Caribbean, I get all the other cruises because I put my When I got my balcony offer on the last trip I went on, I had a balcony offer from my local casino, and I turned that into your comp. And they still send me stuff. I've never cashed anything in with them, but I still get offers all the time from other cruises, and you can match play with other casinos or other ships yourself or through URComp, and you will get offers there too. So you can cruise. You're not going to run out of cruises to go on. And if you really did run out, you could go on a small 3 or 4 day cruise, just enough to gamble and get your offers back and start cruising again. So I think it's exciting, and I think it's something that if you are a gambler, I think it's a good deal, and you can really save a lot of money on cruises. Like you saw those cruises. Oh my God. Going on one of the new, was it Star or what was it? It was on the Sun Princess. I can go on the Sun Princess for like $330. Are you kidding me? And get 200 of it back and 200 in free play? Oh my God. And go on a 13, 14 day cruise? Yeah, hello. So if you decide that this is something you want to do, you want to make sure that you have the Princess app or the Princess. I have it on my computer also, and I can log in. I can see my current trips. I can see my past trips. I can see all my statuses, and it will tell me of my offers. So I want to make sure they have my email, and I want to make sure they have my home address so they can send me offers. And as I get those offers, I'll bring them to you. Are you excited? Is this just so much? Now remember, if you do gamble, there is risk involved, and you want to budget and you want to have a certain amount. You don't want to go crazy. You don't want to spend more than it would cost you anyway. But use your normal judgment and have a budget that only what you want to lose, and use it for entertainment purposes only. In the description, I have a number that if you're finding a problem with gambling, they can offer you help. So that being said, remember, entertainment purposes, have fun, but have a budget, because it can end up being a big problem. And I don't want you to gamble away your food money to go on a cruise. Okay, everyone. Don't forget, like, subscribe, and share this video if you think someone else could use it. And I'll see you in the next one. Happy sailing, everyone.